Chicken, how do you work Blockbuster?
Oh, don't worry, Blockbuster
how
is
do you-
easy. You
how do
just
you
gotta
work
download
it?
a whole bunch of mods, and there's all these neat things you can do.
How do you work
can
it?
use a whole bunch of extra mods to even record it even better, and add movement and extra texture, and it's fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, modders and Mac Horse, welcome back to another Minecraft video! This video, it is the basics of Blockbuster, or just how to simply work it. A lot of times, I forget a lot of these controls, and I thought it'd be super helpful to make a quick video on it. So that little scene you saw at the very start, that is what we're going to be making today. And that's how we're going to do it. So, there's a lot of things that you can do with the Blockbuster mod, but if you go into, let's see here, controls, you can see a lot of your controls here in case you end up forgetting them. Now, the most useful controls are going to be right down here. This is going to tell you your main stuff. So this is going to be record scene replay. That's a very important button, and play and stop scene. So for me, it's right menu and right control. But another big one is dashboard. So whatever your dashboard is, that's also one big one you need to remember. So for the basics, that's all you need to remember. And so I am going to click 0. That is the dashboard, and it's going to pull up this. Or I think sometimes it's called the creative morph menu. And if you look over to your left, there's scene, there's model block, model editor, play recording editor, texture manager, particle editor, and graphing calculator. The only thing you're really going to need for a lot of scenes you want to do is scene. So if you click on that, there's some remains from one of my last screenplays. But we're just going to remove that. And actually, let's show you how to remove it real quick. So here's add a scene, duplicate selected scene, rename selected scene, and then remove selected scene. And if I click that, it says, are you sure you want to remove this scene? And you click OK. Okay, so we are going to create a new scene, and that's simply over here, add a scene. So we're going to do enter the name for this scene. We'll just enter hello. There we go. And once we've done that, we see this little thing down here. It says create a replay. Now this is very simple. All you got to do is click. So there's these 3 buttons. Add a replay, duplicate selected replay, and remove selected replay. The only 2 we're really going to touch on is remove selected replay, add replay. This one's kind of self-explanatory, but as you get better at this, you'll be able to use this a bit more if you'd like. So we're clicking add a replay, and we got all this. What does this do? Well, this is all the stuff we want to add to our character. So we can add different health, food level. This is more useful if you're planning for someone to interact with the character that you're doing, not just recording it. So we're going to click pick though, right down here. And that is going to give us this. There is some stuff that is not in the Blockbuster mod that is down here. From models I've made to adding some of my own skins. But I'm going to choose only things that have been in this mod so you all know what you can do without needing to do all that. So we are going to look at our animal morphs. And a lot of good options here. But for what we want to do today, I think we are going to go with the polar bear. So something neat that I will cover really quick with this is that if you have click a character and you want to see if they have different kinds of things to them, let's say the villager is a good example of this. Right here, villager. If you hover your mouse over it and click Q, up here will show this. So Q is kind of easy to remember because you can just represent question, and it's like, what can you turn into? And yeah, and then it tells you. So there's librarian, there's all these different ones. Right now though, we are wanting the polar bear. All we gotta do is once select polar bear, and then I need you to click the escape key. Then we're back at the polar bear, and he's back in the slot. And now that we've got him, we can add another thing. Oh, it appears to be rating, but we're gonna pick, and we are going to go down and go ahead and pick chicken. And once we got the chicken, so you just click on the chicken, click the escape key, and you've got the chicken. Yeah, it's actually not that hard. So we are only gonna do these 2 in this one. So this is our polar bear. Let me fix this weather real quick. Okay, it is clearing up now. Okay, so first thing we want to do is polar bear. So, we look at this, we see polar bear. We have polar bear selected. We could also select chicken and film it first. But I'm going to film the polar bear first. And since we are filming the polar bear first, what we gotta do is we gotta stand where we want the polar bear to be. So I'm gonna say I want the polar bear to be right about here. So we're gonna clear up the area, just because. And so, what I'm going to do is that, again, if you look in here, you should be able, I think I have the standard controls for this, so you can just follow that. But if you don't know what it is, so we're gonna look for the record scene play. And once you see that, it is right menu and for me. So done and done, back to game. And if any of you are confused, like, what's right menu? It's actually the Alt button. So if anyone's confused by that, it's just the Alt button if you have that kind of keyboard. So we're gonna click that, and we're gonna start going, and the polar bear is gonna live his good life. He's gonna walk around, and he's gonna pace a little bit for the scene we want here. And then gonna look up, and he's gonna shake his head a bunch. Ah! Frustrated. Okay, to end the scene, we're gonna click the right menu again. Ta-da! And that ended the scene. It's like, lightning? Is it still there? Well, all you gotta do is, in here again, I will show you guys this again, because this, I cannot stress how useful this is, to just scroll down whenever you forget which control you want to use. Gonna look for play/stop scene, right control. Okay, so I'm gonna click my right control button, and polar bear's here. Look at him. He's gonna look around a little bit, and then he's gonna start pacing. Now, that little sentence under there, the target block is managed by damage control of the scene. I know how to get rid of that, but we will go into that, so there's no need to panic about it, but we will go into that right after we film the chicken. So, how do we film the chicken, you may ask? Well, you go and click 0 again. Anytime this pops up, I've clicked 0 again. Okay, once I clicked 0, we're gonna click the chicken down here. Hello, chicken. It's a very nice looking chicken. And we are just going to click escape. And once we've escaped, we are good to go. So we're going to click the record button. But something interesting is going to happen when I click the record button. We're going to see that the polar bear shows up again. This is so you can interact with the other one. So we're going to like talk a little bit over here. Da-da-da-da-da. And we're gonna wait until the polar bear cues the scream. Okay, there it is. And we are out. Ta-da! So then, if we look at and we click our right control again, look at this. We've got a chicken. We've got him. We're gonna watch this whole thing play out. Then we're gonna... And there you have it. So the chicken's gonna disappear before the polar bear, because we were talking about the other stuff to do. But there is one problem that I think you all noticed. This is so you can basically just record some basic stuff for your needs. And yes, guys, I addressed it before, but there is a sentence that appears under it when you look straight at a block. Now, I don't know exactly how to get rid of this altogether, but something that does get rid of it when you just want to film what's going on is this. When you look first, you gotta look away, wait for the text to fade, then you need to click Fn and F1. This is gonna make your screen like this, which is very good for filming. And then I'm gonna click right control again. They're both gonna show up, and if I look directly at it, the sentence is officially gone. And we are going to continue looking at this, because what I am going to do is what you guys heard with the audio going over it, that I will soon do. And there you have it, everyone. That is how you make one of these. This is how you use the basics of Blockbuster. So you guys finally can start your journey on Blockbuster. If you don't have Blockbuster downloaded and you don't know how to do it, there are some videos that I hope will be helpful in the link in the description. And I hope you all have a blessed life. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye. Look for the